only half of the flour that my recipe calls for. So it basically looks like a giant, really watery starter. Just essentially, that's what it is. But 9:15 at night, I mixed this, and I'm gonna leave this covered all night long, okay? My recipe calls for a total of 500 grams of flour, so I've mixed in 250. That will give us a huge head start to our bread tomorrow. I want to cover it, leave it at room temperature, and I'll show you what it looks like tomorrow. Here it is the next morning. It is now 7 a.m. You can tell that it is bubbly, kind of frothy, and it looks like it even kind of rose a little bit. And that's perfect. Now I'm in with the last 250 grams. Remember, I mixed 250 grams last night with all the water. And today I'm adding the other 250 grams and then 10 grams of salt. I'm done mixing. It's just a shaggy ball of dough. Yet it's different from whenever you initially mix your dough. It's half of the flour is already pre-fermented. So it's already 99% of the way there. Rest for 30 minutes, and then I'm gonna do like 3, maybe 4 rounds of stretch and folds, and by then it should be ready to bake. Going in with stretch and folds, the dough is already rising a little bit. It is incredible. It's already kind of fluffy like this. At my first stretch and fold, if you're doing it the regular normal sourdough way, it would not be this fluffy already. It is fluffy and has already risen. First set of stretch and folds, I went ahead and used my aliquot just so I can confirm how much it's gonna rise, and it's already risen. I want this to reach the top. That means it's risen by 50%. So 30 more minutes have passed. Oh my gosh, you guys, you see how it's still rising? It has almost, actually it is ever so gently touching the top. Like, you see how fast it's rising? I think I'm gonna just do one more set. I'm gonna do a coil fold. Look how jiggly it is. It's jiggly. Where I'm gonna just grab it from the middle, pull up, and then fold it under itself. This is just a little bit gentler of a strengthening method than the stretch and fold, just because I don't want to destroy those bubbles that are happening. So I'm just going to be gentle with it and just do a gentle coil fold. This is going to be my last one. I'm going to let it wait 30 more minutes to see if this has filled in 30 minutes, which it is. Then I'm going to shape it and get my oven preheated. It is 100% full. Ooh. Airy jiggly. It is ready. Got my oven preheated. I'm gonna just shape it and stick it in my Banneton just so it holds some shape while the oven preheats. It's still good dough, so stick this back in there. And at this point, you want to be gentle with it because you just spent that time building up all those air bubbles. So just be very gentle with it. I'm gonna do a very gentle shape with it. Look how I can't. The video doesn't do it justice how nice and jiggly this is. Build a little surface tension on the dough so that it can hold its shape and get a good rise whenever I go to bake it. So you can see it's nice and smooth. There's some tension. Stick it in my bag. All right, my oven's preheated, so I'm just gonna flip it over onto a parchment paper and score it really quick. A little score down the middle. I just want it to get some rise in the oven, so down the middle. All right, this has been baking for 20 minutes with the lid on. Oh, there she is. We're gonna let her bake for about another 10-15 minutes. Because it had that large portion of flour already pre-fermented long all night with you doing nothing to it, it still has a wonderful deep sourdough flavor that we love in a matter of a couple hours.